Hi guys, and welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be reviewing this, which is the Beatles' first ever album, Please Please Me, which came out in around 1962, 1963, and I thought I might just review this because it was recently Paul McCartney's birthday, that around there. Yeah, so I thought I might review this, really, and the Beatles are one of the best bands, like, ever, and yeah, so I thought I might just review this. It's a great album. Gotta say, one of my favourite Beatles albums from what I've heard. Anyway, I just think that it's very good, and yeah, let's get into the main video. Before we get into it, I would just like to mention that it is the 60th anniversary of the Beatles this year, so I thought I might review this as well. That coincides with it as well, which is very nice considering it's their first album. And this release, I think, is it looks really good. It's a really good release because it's made out of more of the paper material rather than the plastic, which is tend to prone to damage and all of that stuff. So I think it's a lot better quality for your money anyway. Yeah, so let's get into it. So when you open it up, it has this nice picture of the Beatles. So you've got John, Paul, George, and Ringo. So we've got all four of the Beatles there, looking really good there. We've got that good photo there. It's in black and white, obviously, because it is. And then we have some more photos of the Beatles over there. So that's very good, and you can see them posed there by this burnt out Beatle car, which I think is quite nice. And then you got this other photo over there, just them laughing and joking. So that's rather nice, this nice photo thing. And then obviously at the end you have the disc popping out there. So, and also I do love the fact is that they come with these little booklets. I know all of these albums come with this, because I believe there are a collection. This is the first one I bought, the first Beatles album that I bought like this in this design. So it's a rather nice album. So it's a rather nice album. So nice, in fact, that it's one of the nicest. I'm thinking about, buying most of the albums. So yeah, here is the little booklet thing. So it's got loads of information. So you've got another picture of the Beatles again, and then visually on their album and all that stuff. Nice few images there. Some more information there. If you want to read any of that, you can pause the video if you want to. See, I am at 1962, 1963. So yeah. And you got a few photos of like the Cabin Club. That's basically the same one that's in the book, in the album. But this is the one with them holding their instruments. Obviously, George holding his guitar. George is a very good guitarist. I think we should praise George's guitar skills. Anyway, I think George Harrison is a legend. We've got Paul McCartney there with his bass. John with his acoustic guitar, and then obviously got Ringo with his drums. So yeah, I think that's really great. I got a nice photo there, and then some more images, and then some more information. So it's nice. It gives you a bit of clarification. There's a nice photo there of them posing and all that sort of stuff. We've got all the information on the songs, everything. Yeah. So it's rather nice to get all of this lovely information. And then that's just the album cover, basically, but in a different colour. And then there's another there. That's really nice. So it was taken in Manchester, that photo. Interesting. So that's quite cool. And then just one of these photos at the back. I think these little booklet things are really handy. I like it when they do this with certain things. Like, I mean, they do it with albums, DVDs, used with plenty of stuff. Specifically, anything that's like on a disc, I think is always nicer. I don't like downloads, if that makes any sense. I'm not sort of those persons I'm on Spotify, you know, all that kind of stuff, you know, most of that weird stuff. I mean, I prefer physical stuff, you know, like a physical thing that I can touch, you know, it feels more, like, authentic, rather than it being, oh, hey, I've downloaded this for, like, 10 quid, like, you're not really getting much out of it, are you? Well, with this, you get your little bonus, you get the little booklet, you get the disc, the album, and also there's a documentary on here. I haven't watched yet, but I will get around to doing that. But I think it is rather a nice piece anyway. I think it is, any Beatles fan who's watching this, you can pick this up in, I don't know, HMV, something like that. So I think that's really cool. Then at the back, we've got all the list of songs. So we have, you know, so you've got here, we've got George, we've got lead guitarist, we've got, you know, John Lennon, we've got Paul McCartney on his bass, you know, Ringo on his drums. So that's cool that they've done that on there. I really do like this nice Beatles font they got here in the Please Please Me, because there is a Please Please Me is the one of the songs on here. But my favourite song of the album is definitely Love Me Do, because that is just a classic, to be honest. That's a classic song. I think that is just brilliant, you know, superb, completely a brilliant song. Also, that song there, I think that one there, I think is an amazing song. I think it's really good. I think Anna's really good as well. Anna's a brilliant song as well. This one here, Boys, that song's not as good, but it's alright. All of these songs are brilliant. Please Please Me, I think, is one of the highlights, obviously, as well as Love Me Do. That they're the two that I think get the most praise out of this album, to be honest. Twist and Shout. Now that is an amazing song. And it actually wasn't even written by the Beatles, so that's just a bit of interesting clarification. A Taste of Honey, that's interesting. I Love You, that's a good song as well. I think that's quite good. Baby It's You, I think that's a really good song as well. They're all really good, to be honest. A Taste of Honey is a bit weird, but I'll just leave it anyway. But that song there, I think it is good. Like, it's just good, you know. I think all of these are good. And this is the earliest Beatles album, so a lot of their stuff, the music sounds a bit different, if you know what I mean, to previous other songs that they go through, because the Beatles are known for changing their music quite a lot. So, but I do really like the way they do this, do these albums, and I think they're a really nice collector's item as well. If you're a big Beatles fan, you can collect this and then, say, put it all together with all your other albums, and I think that'll be super cool. So, yeah, and of course you got Beatles up there, you got album, you got John, George, Paul, and Ringo at the end, all looking very young, and their hair is specifically quite lighter for some weird reason, but yeah. And then, yeah, at the back you got all the songs, so that's good. Also, you got all the little legal stuff. Also got producer George Martin at the end there, so that's quite good. I really do like this album. I'm a fan of the earlier Beatles stuff. Like, I mean, I like a lot of the earlier stuff. Like Hard Day's Night is a pretty good song as well. I mean, all of them are just brilliant. You know, no one can say that there's a best Beatles song. But if I was to have to pick any of my favourite Beatles songs specifically out of this album, I would say Love Me Do is my favourite out of the album. Personally, Please Please Me is a good song as well, but those two are the main highlights of the album, so I give it credit for that. And yeah, I think it's really good. So the disc is just in here. It's not that much to look at really, it's just like a plain ordinary disc, to be honest, so I won't go into too much detail. It's just a disc really. It's just black and it's got a few stuff on it, so yeah. So I thought I might mention it. And also, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but it does include a mini documentary thing that you can plug into your laptop or whatever. So that's really good. So I do recommend this release if you are after it, or if you never even heard the Beatles, just go out and buy this. I think it's available on HMV, that's where I got mine. So yeah, I really think it is one of the most good albums. So yeah. So I hope you all enjoyed the video. Please remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And yeah, I thought I might do this video because it's a bit of a random review. I haven't really talked about much of the Beatles on this YouTube channel. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed it. Please remember to like and subscribe. And I'll see you in a video very soon. Goodbye.